The Philadelphia Sixers finally beat the Boston Celtics in a playoff series. Welcome to Sports News Flash at 12. I am your weekend host, Miguel Mike Medina. The Sixers finally did something they haven't done in 1982, and that is to beat the Boston Celtics. And they did it on the road, Game 7. After trailing 3-1 in the series, it all took for the return of Joel Embiid to change everything around. Joel Embiid, man, he is one of the best players in the game when he's healthy. He impacts the team so much. And Joel Embiid, he's battled through so many injuries. And in this series, he has been a warrior. He has been a warrior in these last 3 games for the Sixers. Him, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe. Sensational performance by these 3 men. The Sixers, they did it. They went on the road, something that's not easy to do, especially against a good team like the Boston Celtics, who has a championship pedigree. And they did it. They won. And it's just unbelievable. It has been 44 years. 44 years, 1982. And now they will. And I can't forget to mention that Joel Embiid recently said that he's tired of losing to Boston. And years ago, he said that this is not a rivalry because Boston is always beating us. And they finally beat them. And now they're moving on to the next round, which will be round 2 against the New York Knicks. That should be a fascinating matchup. Tyrese Maxey versus Jalen Brunson. That's going to be a very fascinating, intriguing battle at the point guard position. But this is all about the Sixers. They earned this victory over the Boston Celtics. And we will have ourselves, because the Indiana Pacers we're not even close to making to the playoffs this year. In the East, there will be someone new. It's not going to be Indiana. It's not going to be Boston. It's going to be someone new. It could be either the Knicks. It could be either the Sixers. Something tells me that whoever wins this series between the Sixers and the Knicks will represent the East in the NBA Finals. I could be wrong, but I'm sensing that. And the Sixers, after beating the Celtics, coming down from 3-1, we can't underestimate them about their chances of coming out of the East. The Houston Rockets, they were a major disappointment this year. Major disappointment. Yes, they didn't have a healthy Kevin Durant in the postseason, but Game 3 came back to haunt them. They won Game 4, they won Game 5. Game 6 was an abysmal performance. No fight, no urgency. It was just awful. I give credit to the Lakers. They play great as a team. Austin Reeves is back. This team does very good job in terms of ball movement and getting in transition and driving to the basket. But the Houston Rockets, they showed no fight in Game 6. That was an absolutely abysmal performance. For a team that got a huge win on the road in Game 5 in LA, they should have played so much better in Game 6. So now they're going home, disappointing season, and the Lakers, they're moving on to the next round against a very good matchup with the defending champs, Oklahoma City Thunder. Minnesota Timberwolves, they ended the Denver Nuggets season. Nikola Jokic, he struggled in this series, and he also said that the fact that Denver lost in the first round, they were not even close. They didn't even look like a team that's even close to competing for a championship. There's still hope for the Nuggets. Obviously, something needs to be done in the offseason. They need to reload. Something needs to happen in the offseason because this is a team that looks far away from, well, not too far away from their 2023 championship team. So I don't know if it's something that they need to fix with their bench, but clearly they need a reload. The Carolina Hurricanes, they start the new series. They took care of business 3-0 against the Philadelphia Flyers on Saturday. Kudos to them. And now we're looking forward to Game 7, Montreal versus Tampa. That's been the best series of the first round. Hopefully Montreal wins. I want to see some new teams winning. I'm sure that a lot of us, we would like to see new teams winning. So hopefully Montreal wins. They haven't won a Stanley Cup since 1993. Randy Johnson, the big unit, had his jersey retirement at the ballpark yesterday on Saturday. This is a man who came to the organization in 1989, but his breakout season came in 1993. And during his time with the Mariners, the game that I always remember because of ESPN Classic was the tiebreaker game against the California Angels in 1995. The Mariners, they won 9-1, but it was Randy Johnson's dominant performance. In 1995, he was on a whole nother level. He only lost, I believe, 2 games that season, ERA under 2. So he was phenomenal from 1989 to 1998, but it was more from 93 to 98 that he shined the most with the Seattle Mariners. This is well deserved. We're looking forward to the statue, which will be sometime next year if everything goes according. But he certainly deserved this moment. He meant so much for the Mariners organization. That team should have won something, but I understand the Yankees, the Braves, there was a lot of competition at the time. But when you had guys like Randy Johnson, A-Rod, Jr., Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, Jay Buhner, that team was supposed to go far. They was supposed to be much better. But baseball gods had something else in mind. But those were some impressive years of the Mariners organization when Randy Johnson was there. And that does it for today's Sports News Flash at 12. Hopefully you guys enjoy this episode. Follow us on Instagram at Sports News Flash at 12. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. See you guys next Sunday. Enjoy today's games. Be safe, everyone. And may God bless each and every one of you. Take care.